They don't decorate. They don't compartmentalize. They don't care where the walls end and the weapons begin. The Borg don't build ships. They build environments. Adaptive, autonomous, alive. I'm Nova. You wanted to understand the inside of a Borg cube? Then come with me. But be warned, you won't find a bridge. You won't find a captain's chair. You'll find function. And if you're lucky, you won't become part of it. A Borg cube measures exactly 3,040 meters per side. That's confirmed from multiple Starfleet encounters. But let me put that in perspective for you. You could fit over 30 Galaxy-class starships inside with room to spare. I've run the calculations. Walking from one edge to the opposite corner would take you 57 minutes at standard pace. If the cube lets you walk that long, the internal volume? 28 billion cubic meters. That's larger than most planetary cities. But here's what makes it terrifying based on sensor scans from Wolf 359 and Sector 001. Every single cubic meter serves a function. No wasted space, no decorative elements, pure, functional, terror. The cube isn't constructed like Federation starships. From what I've analyzed in post-battle debris, it's grown through controlled self-replication and nanotechnological assembly. The hull composition varies, but my spectral analysis suggests titanium-duranium composites with adaptive polymers. The thickness? My estimates put it at 30 to 40 meters of layered functionality. Here's the horrifying part: breach the outer shell and the inner layers compensate. Starfleet reports show hull breaches sealing in under 20 seconds. Nanoprobe swarms begin reconstruction almost immediately. My tactical analysis suggests full structural repair in under 18 minutes. There are no corridors. Corridors waste space. Instead, I identified what I call transitional chambers, hexagonal spaces that reshape themselves. Need to move 300 drones to a new section? The pathways reconfigure in real time. Population estimates vary wildly. Starfleet intelligence suggests anywhere from 64,000 to 180,000 drones per cube. I lean toward the higher number based on alcove density patterns observed in Voyager encounters. But here's the key: only 12% are active at any given moment. The rest are in regeneration alcoves, drawing power while their consciousness merges with the collective. Power generation is where it gets interesting. There's no visible warp core, which tells me the cube is the power source. My energy signature analysis from multiple encounters suggests quantum-scale generators embedded throughout the superstructure. Conservative estimates: over 80 exawatts of continuous power. That's enough to supply Earth's entire power grid for millennia per second. The power doesn't flow through conduits. It flows through everything. My scans show the walls, floors, even the atmosphere can become conductors when needed. The atmosphere inside a cube? Barely breathable. Oxygen levels hover around 18%, just enough to prevent hypoxia. Temperature varies by section. My thermal analysis shows 4 degrees Celsius in storage areas, up to 65 near the power cores. But here's what Starfleet won't tell you. The air is saturated with dormant nanoprobes, microscopic, undetectable to standard tricorders. My calculation suggests thousands per cubic meter. Every breath you take, you're inhaling potential assimilation vectors. Based on post-exposure medical data, I estimate immunity degradation at 0.3% per minute of exposure. Gravity is artificially maintained, but variable. Standard sections run at 1G. My sensor logs show tactical areas spiking to 3G during combat maneuvers. The cube doesn't just adapt to threats. It weaponizes physics itself. My tactical analysis identifies over 40,000 individual sensor arrays distributed across every surface. Quantum resolution scanners, subspace transceivers, temporal flux detectors. You don't sneak up on a cube. My long-range analysis shows it detecting threats from 12 light-years away. It's already running combat algorithms on your weapon signatures before you drop out of warp. The adaptive shielding is legendary. First, photon torpedo, absorbed and analyzed. Second, partially deflected while frequency adaptations update. Third, completely useless. My shield frequency analysis from multiple engagements shows adaptation rates under 0.7 seconds. The cube doesn't just defend. It evolves its defenses faster than you can modify your weapons. Cutting beams emerge from hull segments that retract like mechanical irises. Power output analysis from battle damage assessments. My calculations put each beam at 12.7 terawatts, enough to slice through Constitution-class hull plating in 1/4 seconds. Tractor beam emitters are everywhere. My count from sensor sweeps puts it at over 350 per cube, positioned for maximum coverage overlap. They don't just grab ships, they hold them steady for surgical precision assimilation. Those green plasma charges? My spectral analysis suggests they're not just projectiles, they're delivery systems. Each one carries an estimated 50,000 nanoprobes programmed for immediate technological integration. Miss the ship? You just infected the surrounding space. But the real weapon isn't the hardware. It's the distributed consciousness. Every drone shares real-time data through subspace transceiver implants. My analysis of assimilated Federation officers shows knowledge transfer occurs instantaneously. Kill 100 drones? Their tactical data uploads to the collective before their bodies hit the deck. The cube doesn't have a command center, because every drone is command and control. My structural analysis identifies over 40,000 processing nodes throughout the ship. Destroy the primary coordination hub? There are thousands of backups ready to assume control without missing a processing cycle. Wolf 359. My analysis of the battle log shows 1 cube versus 40 Federation starships. Result: 39 destroyed, 11,000 casualties. And the cube barely slowed down. The Battle of Sector 001? My tactical review shows it took a combined Starfleet Armada insider sabotage and pure luck to stop a single cube. Even then, the debris initiated self-destruct protocols to prevent technological contamination. These aren't ships. Based on my analysis of 15 years of Borg encounters, they're mobile extinction events wrapped in adaptive technology. This isn't a starship. It's a technological predator designed by consensus and driven by inevitability. My analysis shows every corridor as a sensor array. Every surface a potential weapon. Every breath brings you closer to integration. The Borg don't build for comfort. They don't build for style. They build for one purpose: to add your biological and technological distinctiveness to their own. If you made it this far, you're still unassimilated. My probability models suggest that won't last long. Want to go deeper? Next episode, my comparative analysis of tactical cubes versus standard configurations. Because yes, even perfection upgrades. Drop a comment. Subscribe. Amplify the signal. Let's find out what happens when the cube goes to war. I'm Nova, broadcasting from somewhere between species and signal. This is WGAI 13.